Real Talk disclaimer. The information provided by the host on this platform is for education and awareness purposes only. All information provided on this platform is provided in good faith. We make no representation or warranty of any kind, express or implied, regarding the accuracy, validity, and reliability of information shared by the host or show guests. The views and opinions of guests on the show do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of the host of Real Talk. Under no circumstances do the host, show guests, sponsors, or affiliates assume responsibility for the actions of any viewer.
Our greatest glory is rising when we fall. So don't be discouraged, don't you be appalled. It's okay if you fall and maybe even lose your spark. Just make sure in the end you rise from the dark. It's time to rise up, time to work, and time to chase your dreams. The Lord has the final say, so your soul is redeemed. This message is to help you with your self-esteem, as faith will take you places that we have never seen.
Welcome to Real Talk. It's Pastor Z and Bishop T, and we're here each and every Thursday around 6:15. We're so happy to have you with us on tonight. Miss Tamara is going to join us in just a few, and she's going to spill some tea. It's been a long time. I'm sure she got a lot of tea to spill, so we're going to let her spill just a little at a time on tonight. But we welcome you here to Real Talk. We do want you to like right now on Facebook, share, and then of course we will definitely appreciate all of that. We're going to do our hellos to all those that are speaking to us in just a few minutes. But let me let you know how you can join us here on Real Talk each and every Thursday on Facebook Live. That's on Z Andre Huff page. You also have Tanya Lynn Latham page, and also you can see it on Pastor Z and Bishop T Real Talk page. Also YouTube channel. We do have a YouTube channel, Real Talk with Pastor Z and Bishop T. Do go to the YouTube channel, like and subscribe, if you will. We have a Twitter page. And so we look forward to you being a part of our healthy discussions that we have right here on Real Talk. Hello, Bishop T. What's happening?
Hello, Reverend. How are you? The right Reverend.
We living our best life.
All right. Awesome.
We living our best life. So everything well with you?
All is well with me. Good to be here tonight. To those that are joining, glad to have you on tonight.
Yes. We're going to bring Tamara on in just a few minutes, and she can just join us for the entire show if she's able to do so. We won't be on long, but we do want to come and talk to all of our viewers on today. But before we do that, let's speak to all of those who have already spoken. Hello, Miss Katrina Davis. How are you? Glad to have you join us on today. What's happening, little bro Dana J? What's happening, man? Hello, Miss Shannon Wyatt. And then Mama is on, Miss Shirley Latham.
Hey,
Hello.
Mama. Hey, Shannon. Hey, Deacon.
Thank you for sharing. And then Laura Hawthorne is on today. Hello, Miss Hawthorne. Glad to have all of you here with us on today. Listen, it's been a long time. We hadn't heard from her. We're going to bring her on now. Let's have Tamara on. We're going to kick off the show and spill some tea. How about that?
Hey, everybody. Can you hear me? My music.
All right. Are you on now?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
You was talking through your intro. Did you unmute your own mic?
I don't know what I did. I
But
don't know.
what you on? What's going on, Tamara?
Nothing much. Nothing much. I'm at work now.
Are you?
Don't be trying to spill no tea at work.
I'm the only one here, seems like, but
Oh, well.
yeah. The office is officially closed, so I'm good. I'm good.
It's officially closed.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
So how have you been? We came on last week and you weren't able to come on with us. So we're glad to our viewers I'm sure they're happy to see Miss Tamara. Everybody give Miss Tom Tom a great big welcome back to the show.
Yeah. Well,
So
I'm
do
glad
you have any tea for us on today?
I'm glad to be back. I was a little late trying to get some information, but it's a lot that's going on though.
Right.
The one thing that stands out with me is the young mother in Ocala, Florida.
I think that's something that Bishop T was going to talk. Y'all go ahead and kind of share that with our viewers. Let's talk about that, if you will.
Okay. So apparently, I guess it was 4 kids. I guess they were playing, and the neighbor came out and said some stuff to the kids and took one of the children's their iPad. So the mother goes over to retrieve the iPad and was fatally, she was murdered. And so this neighbor, she has since been arrested. And that's just sad. Like,
The reason I wanted to talk about it was for several reasons.
Mhm.
Number one, she was a renter. She was not the home owner.
Okay.
So the children had been given permission to play in that field. So it had been an ongoing thing with this particular neighbor.
Mhm.
Is that am I reverb? Is that me? Am I giving something back? Do you hear it, Dre?
I hear a little bit, but you good.
Okay. It just kind of bothered me. So the person that actually owned the property had given the children in the neighborhood permission to play in that field.
Mhm.
There had been some racial slurs that had been used with respect to the children, and as a result of that, it turned into her throwing some things at them because they were playing in the field. And she took their laptop. So when Mama goes over to get it, there were witnesses that were standing there, and she took 2 of her children with her, which was the disheartening thing to me. She took 2 of her children with her, and there was never really a lot of interacting. She was just really trying to get the laptop and see why I guess the lady had on the children with the skates, and she shot through the door. I think it was 2 shots. So the children were running to try to get help because their mother had been shot. But here's the thing that I think in telling this story that it's all that what it's put stand your ground back in the spotlight. Because several months ago, maybe a couple of months ago, there were a number of cases like the young lady that was killed turning around in a driveway. She was killed turning around in a driveway, and the thing for that was stand your ground. If you notice, this particular woman, and I think the woman that did the shooting, her name is Susan Lorenzi. Lorenzi, I think it Lawrence. She's 58. If you notice, she had not been arrested until yesterday because supposedly there's something with the stand your ground law that as long as it's as though it, and please quote me, but don't quote me if that makes sense, as long as you feel that you are protecting yourself until there that is otherwise proven. Hey T Donna, until that is otherwise proven, they're not gonna arrest you. You get what I'm saying, Dre?
Mm-hmm.
So she had not been arrested until yesterday. And when I look at that particular case and the other cases that are happening, it's just real disheartening because people are using that law. People are trying to use that law, to me, as a means to just take people's lives.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I won't just say back in the day, and I think that we have to look at our climate. And I have said this for quite some time. And I think even since I started saying it, I would have to add to what I've said, but go back further. This racial tension that we feel now actually started before President 45. It actually started under the administration of Barack Obama.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a climate now that there is very little unity. You know, everything is black and white, and it's disheartening that these children will have to spend the rest of their lives that will never leave their minds that their mother was killed in front of them, basically defending them. That's
Yeah.
what parents do. And you can't say it's I'm in defending myself when you are safe in your homes. That was just like the other guy, and that young man lived. I can't remember where it was. He was lost and thought he was knocking on the door, the right door, to pick up his little brother, and he got shot in the head or whatever, and miraculously he lived. I feel, and some of our viewers can as well chime in on this, but I really feel that the stand your ground law has to be revisited. It has to be revisited because in the states where it is legal, I mean, because if I'm standing on your porch and I'm not hollering, I'm not do you see that? Very difficult here because of the noise.
That was earlier.
Okay.
I think it was Tamara's.
Okay. So I feel like it has to be revisited because people are standing behind that law and just taking innocent lives. You know, if I'm in my house, my door is locked, you're not on the other side of my house, I have no reason to shoot through. So I know that that's the third case that I know of that it's been behind the stand your ground law. This woman was on the other side of the door. I mean, was on the porch. The door was locked. The young man that got killed, the young man that was shot in the head and lived, it was the same situation with him. He just rang the doorbell to pick up his little brother, and he was at the wrong house. He got shot in the head. And then the young lady pulled around in the garage, pulled up in the garage to pull out because she thought she was at the right house and was at the wrong house. And She was shot and killed. We've taken people are standing behind that law, and it's sad. There's a racial tension that until we sit down and we verbally we speak about it, and we are able to do that without even more racial tension, I don't know where we're headed. And it's sad to say that we're living in these times when we have thus far come so far, you want to say, in the times that we live now. So I just think my heart goes out to those children who will never see their mother again, and they will always have in the back of their heads how their mother was killed, and probably even why she was killed, defending them, trying to get back what belonged to them. So the stand your ground, to me, I don't know if anybody is chiming in on that or what, but stand your ground to me definitely needs to be revisited.
I actually had an opportunity to listen and look at some of that it took place, and I think it's a law passed so that they can get away with things like that, killing off people, and so I'm not certain what we can do or what is going to become of it. Like you said, we're living in 21st century, and it seems like we're back in the 60s all over again. You back with us?
I'm back with you. I apologize for that.
Oh, you good? Okay, all right. So we was talking about the stand your ground.
Mm-hmm.
Bishop T kind of gave the breakdown of what took place, but Sheriff, do you know what they didn't arrest her immediately? Caused some concern. Listening to it today, I found out that the counselors from I think the schools talked to the children. They were doing their investigation, and they moved from there.
Mm-hmm.
Before they even went to talk to the children, try to get them to find out what really took place, because they was hearing her side, because of course the mother is gone.
Yeah.
And then they finally made an arrest. And I think the delay of things, and I know people have to do investigation, but in order to calm down the tension, sometimes you need to pull them in while you investigate them.
Right.
Make it look, don't just make it look like they got away, because that could have really got even worse.
Yeah, it could have. It just don't add up. The balance is off, and it still has that racial undertone to it. So I don't know. But it's real sad. I just hate it for those kids. This is trauma on top of trauma. They'll never be the same. They interviewed the grandmother, and she talked about how it's going to be for those kids, and so yeah.
How many children was it?
4.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 was there to witness it, wasn't it?
Yeah. Sad.
Glenn Brown said, Pastor Z and Tanya, I think it's sad that this kind of tension is going on with the lady that shot her neighbor for trying to retrieve property. Is crazy. I don't see where stand your law is possible in that case, but I'm glad that the lady was finally arrested for the kids, praying for the kids, praying for our country. This is getting to be out of hand.
It is happening too much.
And let me say something too, while you on that point with stand your ground. One of those cases was white on white, where I think the guy shot the girl in the garage, pulling out,
So we can say, we definitely can say racial tension, but the law overall needs to be revisited.
It does.
From a racial standpoint, or from people who at the end of the day are just trigger happy. There's just some people that are waiting for an excuse to shoot somebody.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah. I every now and then on TikTok you're starting to see more and more videos of the Karens or whatever they call them.
Mhm.
You're starting to see more of them, and it's just sad. It's like, is this what we're coming to?
Yeah, definitely. And I think I heard them say is D.L. Hughley. I like to listen to him a lot, and he was sharing about the leading candidate for the president of the United States in the Republican Party is actually Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, here it is. They said they had over 30 some cases pending against him. He got rape charges. A lot of things he got going on with him, but yet and still he's the one who's leading the Republican Party as the very one that could possibly be representing them to run for the president of the United States. Now I did see Pence, I think is thrown in his name in the hat to run,
Pence,
and he's
Christie.
yeah. But if Pence said, it's the first time I heard him say this, but he feel like, and I guess he had to wait until he decided he want to run before he would say anything about Trump. But he said anybody that would not uphold the law should never be president nor president again. So I guess they're ready to go to war now, everybody. There's one guy that they said that if he won, he was going to pardon Donald Trump and all the people that was arrested in the insurrection. Did y'all hear about that?
I didn't.
Yeah.
But while we talking about that, here is my feeling toward Donald Trump and toward him being the front runner for the Republican Party. When it comes to Pence, when it comes to some of those other candidates that are running, DeSantis, I think it is, this out of Florida. When it comes to them, you can stand up now and you can say whatever you want to about Trump because he's your opponent. But over 4 years ago, the Republican Party should never have embraced the foolishness of number 5.
Right.
At the end of the day, he has been created by their party. So now that you're running against him, you come up with all of these things why he's this and he's not. He never should have been allowed to get as far as he did. There is a base that he appeals to. DeSantis appeals to that base. The majority of them feel in order for them to win, there is a base, and they're full of nationalists and racists and what they call them, the tiki torch holders or whatever. So now you've created a monster that you can't get rid of, and you're not going to get rid of it.
Right.
He may not win the nomination for he may not win the nomination for president for the Republican Party, and he may not win for president. But that right there is something that America will have to contend with, and the Republicans did that.
They did that. You said a mouthful then, sis. They did that. And stood behind it. And some still stand behind it.
That's right.
Standing behind it.
So let's ask the question, because I know we talked about Don Lemon the other day. But what about the guy that was on Fox? Now I know, Tony, you knew better than I. The guy that they released from Fox News.
I know I can see his face, but I can't call his name.
And he was a big supporter. Well, Fox News itself
Fox News. Yeah.
And what do you know why he was let go?
Well, Fox News is looking at the Fox it, and I haven't kept up with it, but you know, Fox News was sued
By him?
for, yeah, they say what? Not
Was
just for him, but Fox News was sued for their coverage and for the things that they said about one of those one of those companies that were doing the voting machines or something to that effect. They came back, they did a lawsuit against Fox News. So when it turns out Fox News was doing a lot of coverage and fake news, basically.
right,
They were
right,
doing a lot of fake news. So I think that what happened was with this guy, it just went. He was it was a lot of it was him. He had a lot to do with that, and there were some things that were said by some other anchor persons that worked for Fox News, that he made some comments or statements or something. So it was a lot around that, but Fox News basically I don't know kind of where they are. I watched Fox News for CNN is my preference.
Mhm.
But I watched Fox News just to kind of see what the rhetoric was over there.
Right.
You
How
know,
they were gonna twist it.
I'll be honest with you. I have not watched the news the way I watched the news when 45 was the president. From day one to the day he moved off the scene, really past then, I think I started to relax myself with the news. Tucker Carlson, that's right.
Yeah.
To relax myself some with the news after somewhere during the pandemic.
Yeah.
You know, but Tucker Carlson, he was one of the main ones that no matter what was said, and what they did was whatever this company was with these voting machines or whatever, there were people who worked for these people who were receiving threats on their lives because of what Fox News was reporting.
Yeah.
It said that they settled for like millions of dollars in that settlement. It was called part of Dominion Voting Systems.
That's it, Dominion Voting Systems, exactly.
Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, Tucker Carlson, he sent that text out. That's what eventually got him.
What was the text?
What was the text?
He sent a text out. Let's see. I was looking at it, but it was something to the effect that it says the text that led to Fox News firing is not how white men fight. That's not how white men fight. Let's see. Pretty much he was talking about, he was watching a video of people fighting on the street in Washington, and a group of Trump guys surrounded, it says an Antifa kid, and started pounding the living, out of him. And it was 3 against 1. They jumping a guy like that is dishonorable, obviously. That's not how white men fight. But it's a long text, so.
But was it 3 white men against a black man or what?
It says it was surrounded an Antifa kid. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was more to it that got him.
Yeah. Said that he sent this, these are his words. He said, yet suddenly I find myself rooting for the mob against the man, hoping they'd hit him harder and kill him.
Oh, really?
Yes. He says, I wanted them to hurt the kid. I could taste it.
Well, that's enough. Because I would have, yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Yeah, it got.
Where deep in my brain, an alarm went off. This isn't good for me. I'm becoming something I don't want to be. Yeah.
on text. Like, it's crazy. Like, why would you say something like that?
Yeah.
You
Well,
said,
most of them hide behind the First Amendment right.
Yeah.
That's what they try to hide behind. But even when you look at the insurrection, you can't just hide behind the First Amendment right, not when it causes. And I think that's why we have to be so careful as people of influence when we speak things out of our mouths, because there are people who are clinging on to your words.
Right.
And as a result of what you say, they go out here and do some foolishness.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so they all want to say that you are that this is my First Amendment right. This is my right to say this.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
It's sad. Yeah, but you're right. They hide behind a lot of stuff, but and then they want to use that. But that's just how they feel. That's just their way of spewing hate. Yeah.
So have they buried Tina Turner yet?
I don't know, but I do know they said that it was gonna be,
Was she Tina Turner Buddhist? Would she have been buried?
Oh, she Buddhist.
Yeah, she was a Buddhist. But they were saying that whatever it was intimate, gonna be just intimate with her family. So I was thinking, like, who I know her did pass away or one passed away? Because I know she had stepsons by raised Ike kids. And did they have one or two together? It was one.
I'm gonna read what this says. The Tina Turner's funeral was a private service attended only by close family and friends in Switzerland. She requested to be cremated, according to the personal assistant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, Shay. Shay was speaking. Yeah.
What up,
Shay?
Shay. Tina Turner left here and didn't look back.
What you mean by that?
She left the United States like when
God, what are you supposed to do? Dre! I was supposed to do. What you mean she left and didn't turn back? I'm done. I'm about to close the laptop. What?
When she left the US, that's what I meant. I'm sorry, y'all. Please forgive me.
They said she had two boys and both of them is dead.
Okay, yeah. That's so sad.
One of them hadn't been dead long, I don't think, too. He committed suicide, didn't he? One of them did, didn't he?
I don't know, but she lived. Tina, I liked her as an entertainer, though. I did. I really did. Moved to Switzerland and didn't think about the United States. She sure didn't. She was like, deuces. And I better not say that. So, but yeah. So, I saw something that was Chris Paul. Y'all remember Chris Paul, the basketball player?
Yeah. What about him?
Wait a minute. Who is Chris Paul?
Chris Paul.
He does all the insurance. What is the Alpha? What's the insurance? Who's that? Wear the red and khaki pants and
State Farm.
State Farm. He does all those. Yeah.
Okay.
What about him?
Yeah, but anyway, it was an article stating that his daughter was being bullied in school because he never won a championship. I just read across. He just said he was being bullied. The kids was.
It's not funny that she's being bullied.
No, it's not.
But we really thought you was going to give us some news on Chris Paul. I mean, I don't look at Shalita. She said She said, "Here we go, man." I can hear her saying, "Man, really? That what you had for us?" Everybody waiting to hear what you've been saying about Chris Paul. Lord have mercy. But we pray they get that under control and she's no longer bullied. But there is something that shocked me today. Come on back, Bishop T. Come on back.
Because just the you know,
But can you imagine what Charles Barkley's children go through?
right.
I mean, it's a lot of them never win. But I will say this: there's something I saw the other day. It shocked me, and I wonder where this where he's been.
Chris,
And that was not Chris Paul, but Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah, you know, but that case been going on for a minute.
You
Hey,
need to fix your something going on with you.
I'm coming. I'm getting there.
Mm,
It got my whole system got devastated.
what happened?
it's blurry or something.
You devastated it when you said what you said. It'll come back.
Jay said, "I thought you was coming. Laugh out loud."
Hey, I got some tea for you.
They say he got waived today. Chris Paul. That's what I thought she was going to say. They started laughing. No, I didn't know what. I was wondering what was going on with that. But she, okay. But listen, Cuba Gooding Jr. going through some rape allegations.
Yes, and they allowed all these, I don't know. It's sad. That's sad.
And I heard there's somebody still going after Bill Cosby. Something just popped up just most recently.
No, just leave Bill alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. I mean, they let him out of prison, so just leave him alone.
She playing.
Who's playing?
You, Shay said.
No, I'm trying. I did something to it. What's her name? Devastated me. I thought we were finna talk about something, and she come talk about.
Well, I mean, that's news.
She said Bill raped her in 1969. Yep.
Yeah.
So it's a lot,
So the Cuba Gooding Jr. said that he settled with his accuser.
Yeah, he settled. They settled.
For how much?
Undisclosed.
How old is that case, though? You looking at it? How old is that?
It was about 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm. So she actually said he raped her?
Mm-hmm.
It was. Did he rape her? Or did he touched her or something?
But it's a rape.
I don't remember it. I mean, I know it's still that, but it was
in a hotel.
It was something.
It says that he insisted that the encounter with the woman was consensual after the two met at a restaurant.
No. Let me ask you this. What y'all think about the whole Ja Morant? The second time he's been punished for being posing with a gun on social media. He's the Memphis Grizzlies star basketball player. And they actually have come up with the punishment that they're going to give him. They suspended him for some games the last time. He's done it again.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're going to wait until the NBA championship is over before they announce it, because they don't want any distractions to take away from the NBA championships. And by the way, the Denver Nuggets is up 2-1 in that particular championship. So, and Denver Nuggets have never won a NBA title, and Jimmy Butler has never won a NBA title. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I think Denver is favored, and I think Denver is too much for Miami. That Djokovic, man, he had 30 points, 20 rebounds and 10 assists on last night.
I didn't watch.
He's one of 3 players who ever done that. I think Kareem Abdul-Jabbar did it and Wilt Chamberlain done it. But this guy is all-around player. 30 points, 20 rebounds, 10 assists.
He was balling.
Yeah, and he do it quite often.
Mm-hmm.
He can't be stopped. Now, if they can shut down Murray, that's another thing. But they got Gordon and some of those other guys that Jeff Green is still playing good even at his age. So it's a lot going on there. But it has been a good little series. I wasn't even expecting it to be. I thought it was going to be a sweep when I first saw the first game. But anything else? Let's talk about some local stuff. And Tamara, you may remember over by the Valley Street Fieldhouse area, 4th Street in Gaston, there was a little park there.
Mm-hmm.
We just removed the playground equipment because it was actually damaged playground equipment that children was playing on and getting hurt on.
Mm-hmm.
It is owned by the school board, and it's been discussions in the past of trying to unload it to the city. The city has actually kept the grass up at one point of time, and then just back and forth. So after getting a call from the community about how bad it looked out there because the grass hadn't been cut,
Mm-hmm.
the grass, our superintendent sent out someone to make sure the grass was cut. They looked around and saw where jagged edges on the slide and holes where kids probably have cut themselves. Bad playground equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Their thing is that they don't have a school there anymore, which Drake used to be their school, so they're not obligated to have a playground there. It was being used by the community, but the community have spoken up, which they have a community club, and said that they felt like it was best that the equipment is moved, and agree with what the superintendent has decided to make it a green area and possibly sell it. And if they sold it, anyone bought it could pretty much do what they want to do with it. Now, there were some things that I actually saw today on in a video. I really didn't like what was said because it came off as if and the person and I had a discussion prior to the meeting on Tuesday, and I shared with them, you talk to whoever you need to talk to, y'all get the property, you do whatever you want to do with it, but that equipment need to go and need to go quick, fast, and a hurry for somebody else get hurt out there. They had no trespass signs all around it to try to keep people off of it, but then it was people still going out there playing on broken swings and tore up slides. So they moved real quickly after the meeting Tuesday. I guess Wednesday, they was out there and they done got it all down and removed it. So got a video that was posted on Facebook arguing the point that apparently the community didn't say what was said. At least some of them didn't. And that felt like it should have remained a playground. And like I said, they have been a part of a nonprofit. And if that's what they want to do, get with some people and acquire the property, and then you do what you want to do with it. But first thing, safety first.
Right.
And until that take place, there's a few more other playgrounds that are in the area, District 3. Carver has one. But until then, I think we might want to think safety until someone can come in there and do whatever they desire to do.
Yeah.
I think, the kids can wait. I would rather them play safe than for us to be sorry later about them getting themselves hurt on some equipment that should not be played on. So, Bishop T, you want to chime in and say anything concerning that? Because you actually seen the property.
I saw it. The playground is being taken down. Most of it was down when I went by. And for what was there versus what's there now, number one, it looks better. Don't start emailing me and don't start talking crazy to me. It looks better, number one, and then it goes back to the safety of the children. And I'm sure that there is something. I'm going to go back to what I said at the beginning of the show. We can choose as influencers, as people of influence or leaders or whoever or whatever. We can choose to incite or we can choose to deflate. And that's really all I'm going to say. We can choose to come together or we can choose to remain in our corners. But at some point, my grandmother used to say, sometimes you take a mountain and make a molehill, making a mountain out of a molehill. When you look at the shape of that playground equipment, and I hope I'm not getting something because I really was going to leave this alone. When you look at the shape that playground equipment was on, something should have been done before today. Mm-hmm. And it should have been conversated before today. And right. From what I'm hearing, it was conversated before today, which makes me wonder a few things. Now, I'll let you figure out what it makes me wonder. I mean, because if it's being conversated, from what I'm hearing, it was being conversated. Everybody ain't trying to fight.
Yeah.
But I do know that it's safer down. And from what I've heard and from what I'm hearing, there are some wonderful plans or some things that are being conversated to do something with it and make it better. There's an area in East Gaston, right on side of the Lincoln Heights and Miller Heights, right on side of the cemetery. Sheila Burnett it's the Sheila Burnett Park. And I have been talking with different ones in that community saying, nobody wants to meet a playground beside the cemetery. So what else can we do? Can it be a memorial garden? Can we plant flowers there and make it a place where people who maybe bury a loved one or have a graveside service can kind of go and pause for prayer or take pictures? We just, here is the thing. When I'm riding around with my mama now, or when I would ride around with my grandmother, people say, I remember when. 10 years from now, Pastor Z, your grandchildren will probably be riding you around, not because you can't drive. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying, and you will be saying, man, I remember, man, and you're probably saying that now, but especially maybe you can replace it with something better.
Okay. So instead of trying to make a big deal out of what has happened, let's see what you're gonna do. It's for sale, for sure.
It's for sale.
It's gonna be for sale. They're gonna make a
Okay.
green space out of it, and they're gonna have to sell it at market value.
Okay.
But hey, he connected the groups. If and he's on the city council. So hey, there it is. Let's see if he'll bring it before y'all to see if y'all will get it and make a playground out of it. But anywho, did you know about Tyler Johnson? Someone ran into the Tyler
That
Johnson's
at
food.
the store.
Yeah,
But
Right.
they're supposed to reopen either today or tomorrow. But somebody ran into it in the vehicle. And then is the gas and police officers, are they getting a raise in a new precinct? Do you know anything about that?
I haven't heard anything about that.
I just seen something say the Gaston City Council recently approved mid-year raises for the city's police officers.
I haven't seen that.
Okay.
Is it on the gas and time? Is it on the
It's according to WBRC 6.
I'll look at it. I don't know.
Mm.
And don't start writing me because I don't know, because I don't remember nothing about no raises. Just telling you.
Something wrong with her today, but she said, "Don't y'all start talking to me crazy."
I know it. Don't email her.
The
Well,
city says they expect to know the exact amount for the raises later this year. So
Okay. I don't think anything has come before us for a vote.
do
Ooh,
they?
I feel sometimes I'm on this show sometimes and I feel like I'm being tested, Lord.
yeah.
And I feel like
Open today, the daily will take several months too.
So they ran into
they
it.
ran to the daily part.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, that's where they made most of their money.
Well, the deli in this was at the Johnson's and the Tyler, right?
Right.
That deli is good. I haven't been. It's been a long time since I've been to one in East Gaston, but the one in the Tyler is good too.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I saw. Well, I'm gonna keep that to myself.
You saw what? You shouldn't have said nothing if you was gonna keep it to yourself.
Well, have y'all seen?
not the deli.
Have y'all went to sing Beyonce? Or have y'all seen her concerts?
I don't think I've never been to a Beyonce concert.
The ticket's too high.
Well, I saw a TikTok today,
The ticket's probably $1,000.
and she was doing what we know as cuff up. And I'm gonna send it to y'all right quick. I'm gonna see what y'all expression is.
She was doing what?
The song cuff up.
The cuff it.
Cuff it, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I'm finna send it to y'all in the group, and y'all look at it.
Oh my. Well, we got some news in Calhoun County.
I really don't care.
Well, it's good. It's the ASAP, the Agency for Substance Abuse Prevention.
Mm-hmm.
Monday, June the 12th at 10 o'clock at Zen Park, right across from Anniston Police Department. That park, they're gonna have Young Jock. He's coming, and it's bullets, barbers. Bullets. Now,
What the world?
how y'all gonna start laughing while I'm trying to tell y'all about some?
Don't say what you're talking about.
The video that I just sent both of y'all. I told you I was sending you something.
Oh, you wanted me to look at it now?
No, don't look at it.
Don't you mess up your phone.
Look, y'all.
My phone is saved. I'm getting this off of my phone. My phone loves Jesus.
Now wait a minute. That is
Wait a minute, nothing.
that's
Either you
No,
gonna
it
talk or
ain't
look at your phone.
Photoshop. No, no, no.
Talk or look at your phone.
Yeah, talk.
that ain't real.
Talk.
I don't
It
look
ain't,
at
oh,
that.
it ain't real. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is. Then you heard what she said after. But anyway, you telling us something about
I couldn't hear what she was saying for seeing what she was showing. And I don't want that kind of stuff on my phone. Don't send me nothing else like that. My phone loves Jesus.
your what?
You heard me.
Oh,
My phone loves Jesus. Don't send me any more of that crap.
Beyonce ought to be ashamed of herself.
What did you say you got coming now?
Hmm.
What did you say you have come that's coming?
Oh, so the Agency for Substance Abuse Prevention is called the ASAP group. They're having a Barbers Against Bullets. They'll be speaking on gun violence in the park, but they're having the Atlanta rapper Young Jock. I think most people probably see him on Hip Hop Atlanta Hip Hop, that the reality show. But he's coming. He's gonna be the I guess the celebrity that's coming. But it's a group of local barbers. They all got together. Like I said, it's called Barbers Against Bullets, and they'll be speaking on gun violence. So if anybody from Etowah County, Gaston area want to come down and to that and see Young Jock and just get some information and listen to what they have to say, I think that'll be good.
Is
So
he going to perform?
it didn't say that he would perform. I'm sure he'll probably do one or two, but but to my understanding, I don't think he's had any like major hit in a while. But he is on the reality show. So, but that's June the 12th at 10 o'clock at Zen Park.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, there's some things going on in Etowah County as well, and it's actually preparing for Juneteenth.
Mm-hmm.
On the 19th, there's going to be a citywide concert.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be at the First Baptist Church in Green Pastures at 6 p.m. It's supposed to be a 50-voice choir under the direction of Minister Jay Rigby. Juneteenth 2023, a community celebration of the end of slavery. And then on the 23rd, there's going to be a banquet. And this is going to be at the Antioch Family Life Center in East Gaston. All the benefits and proceeds. I see here it says Gaston Etowah Boys and Girls Club, but I thought I also heard him say Carver Museum as well. Not sure. But I do know it's taking place at 6 p.m. on June 3rd. And this to collaborate with Juneteenth and the concert. So, and I'm not sure if there's anything else going to take place, but I do know of those two things that took place. So, Tanya, tell us, Bishop T, tell us about how the
Wow.
the
It was
amphitheater turned out.
It was good. Put it up again, and I can't remember the name. American Flyers. They were good. It was a good atmosphere. The weather was good. It wasn't too hot. It wasn't too cool, and it was just easy listening to. It was easy listening to, and it was good. I don't know if anybody in the chat was there at the concert. If you was, let us know if you were there. It was a good concert. It was a good time. It was real good. And so I think I will definitely, when we come on next week or the next time that we're on, I'll definitely have that lineup. And I may get it and just put it on our page, but I definitely have that lineup. You know, I'm kind of like this. I have types of music that I really, 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 really like. Yeah, Donald Trump just got indicted. I have music that I really, really, really like, and then I have music that I don't necessarily like, but I'm making plans to be at the next concert series, and I don't know who the group is, but just that kind of sitting outside, listening to music, and enjoying company with people people you don't know, because I had the privilege of meeting some people this past Friday night that I didn't know. It was a good time. It really was a good time. It really was.
Okay.
And
Awesome.
plus, it's free.
That's good.
Yeah.
Things to do. Been some hot days. If you go to the beach, there are sharks
Yes.
in the water.
Mm.
So be very careful.
Sharks in the water. Sharks in the water.
Don't make a song about
Sharks
it.
in the water. Sharks in the water. Some sharks out here.
Sure is.
Sharks on the show.
Snakes on the plane.
Where is Shay when you need her?
Sharks in the water.
So it was something I was about to ask you. Cornhole tournament is going to take place.
I saw you
in
posted
Ocala.
that.
And
I saw you posted it.
My brother is, and I'm going to share this probably next week, but my brother actually worked for the city of Ocala, and they're going to have a cornhole tournament. Let's see, when is it? July the 1st, I believe, at 3 p.m. And it's $1,000 payout. So we're going to be talking about that at a later date. Hello, Lawana. So a lot of things going to take. Do you think he's going to? I mean, he's indicted, but what does that actually mean? He done got out of those type of holes.
He hadn't gotten out of anything yet that he has been indicted for.
What has he been indicted for other than this?
He indicted for what is that? Was it in New York or in Atlanta?
New York.
For what? For the mishandling of the.
That was something with the wasn't it for something with the voting or something? This right here is for the classified document.
Documents, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that other is, I thought it was for something with the election or something. Let me see.
Oh, what have they done to him?
Dre, they gotta have a trial and all of that stuff, an indictment.
So so let me ask you a question. What they indicted him on before, have they went to trial for that yet? Man, this joker be president and out of office before they ever have his trial.
Because it said that Donald Trump indicted second time in the classified documents.
Is it so the first one was classified too?
Yes.
Okay.
I talk with a lot of guys at work and they say the same thing. Man, this joker,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Anything y'all want to leave the people with before we sign off tonight? You got anything, Tom Tom?
Well, just stay blessed. Stay blessed. Bless others. Be blessed to be a blessing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Bishop T, you got something?
Why y'all laughing for everything?
You is funny. You really are.
Be blessed and bless other people. Blessed to be a blessing, and y'all laughing.
Blessed to be blessed. That what you said?
Blessed to be a blessing. Yeah. You know that.
Blessed to be a blessing.
No, that wasn't I knew that wasn't what he was indicted for the first time. He was indicted for the first time on that hush money for that porn.
Yeah, for the attorney.
They saying he been indicted a second time for mishandling of documents. I knew it was something. It was that hush money. But what's the lady name?
I can't remember her name.
Stormy Daniels.
Who? Stormy
Daniels, the
Mhm.
porn star.
Yeah. Mhm.
Everybody, in the words of Tom Tom, be blessed. And while you're being blessed, be a blessing to someone else. Enjoyed everybody. Thank y'all for being on the show tonight. Enjoyed you, Tom Tom. Enjoyed you, Pastor Z.
Enjoyed you too, and I want to leave a word as well.
Leave a word. Leave it.
Be blessed. Be a blessing. You're blessed. Be blessed, and all of that.
All of it.
We're out, y'all.
Pastor Z, wait before you go. What was the guy named, the basketball player?
Chris Paul. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Oh, his daughter getting bullied.
That ain't funny though. That's right. Don't be laughing.
We wasn't laughing because she was.
But we really thought you was finna give us some.
We really thought you was finna pull something. You need to come up with some tea now. Tea.
Yeah, because that tea you got don't taste too good. It's sour.
It's flat. Ain't no sugar
sweet.
in it. Ain't no
That's that unsweet tea.
And I agree. But look, I said, yeah, I'm gonna get on because I'm still here at work. I want to say hey to everybody. I miss y'all, but yeah, I'm gonna be all right. I'm coming back with some sweet tea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm bless everybody.
All right. Yeah. Blessed, be blessing, blessed, be blessed, all of that. We're out.
Bye.